Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, first of all, before I do anything else, let me say thank you and give a shout out to my two Patreon sponsors, Carl Anthony, also known on YouTube as Mr. C Force, and Joe Stevenson, who has been on YouTube for a long time and goes by Serious Mind, and I recommend you check out both of their channels. Now, full disclosure, I am an atheist. But that doesn't mean that I'm against everything religion teaches us. One of the things religion supposedly teaches us is forgiveness. In the Lord's Prayer it says, "Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us." It's a recognition that all human beings are imperfect and that we often need second chances. So I'm all for forgiveness. Although I have to say this, if somebody does do me wrong, sure, I'm ready to forgive them and move on, but I'm not going to give that person another chance to screw me over. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not stupid. Just because I forgave you doesn't mean I will trust you. I might do forgive, I don't do forgive and forget. That's just stupid. Hanging on to anger and resentment harms me, not the person I'm angry at. So forgiving someone is not about letting them move on. It's about letting me move on. If I hold a grudge, then that actually gives the person who did me wrong power over me. That's the importance of forgiveness. So I'm all for forgiveness. But you know who's not? You know who's not for forgiveness? God. God held all human beings responsible for Adam and Eve's first sin. Some people say it was one thing. Some people say it was stealing an apple. That's the story. And according to the Bible, God held that grudge for thousands of years. And then in order for him to forgive us, Jesus, his son, had to come down and suffer and die for us. It took that to happen for God to eventually forgive us. But stop and think about it for a moment. Jesus didn't die of old age. He was tortured and murdered by human beings. You would think that if we were all responsible for stealing the apple, then we all would have been responsible for that too. That rather than getting forgiveness, you would think that God would have been upset. We murdered his son. But no. Now everything's okay. But regardless of that illogic, even though Jesus died for our sins, that doesn't mean that everybody's off the hook. Many of us will be punished for all eternity for their sins. Now, human beings are capable of some very, very horrible things. Murder, rape, torture, genocide, to name just a few. But when you think about it, is there really anything that merits an eternity of punishment? Not that there shouldn't be punishment, but doesn't it seem like after several thousand or several million years that maybe God should reconsider this whole eternal punishment thing and maybe put that forgiveness thing into practice? After all, if God is telling us that we should forgive, shouldn't he be setting an example? Thanks for listening. Well, I want to thank you all for watching my videos. But there are certain changes that Google has made to YouTube, which, since I'm a smaller channel, means that I can't monetize my videos. So I found places where I can. So instead of watching my videos here on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you go either to Patreon or to Top Buzz. They let me monetize videos, and I don't even have to put commercials on. So, if you want to become a patron on Patreon, that's fine. If you don't, you can still watch the videos there. I've just kind of given up on YouTube. YouTube is just a place that I use so that I can put my videos in other places. So, Patreon, Top Buzz, the links are in the description box. Thanks a lot.